Now, this is going to be glossed over and not reported by a lot of news outlets because nobody cares about the Eisner Awards anymore. It is comic books' biggest awards. It's their Oscars, it's their Hugo Awards, and yet nobody pays attention because the industry insiders who vote on this stuff are just a bunch of degenerate sort of navel gazers who just really just react amongst themselves and are not out in the actual readership fandom pool whatsoever. So these books are irrelevant in every sense of the word, but it shows that the comic industry is glorifying some disgusting stuff, some depraved stuff. We're going to get into this in just a second. If you are, faint of heart, you might want to tune out now, my friends. All right, we'll get into this. Eisner Award news. These people hate comic books and they hate you. They love disgusting stuff, but let's pause for a second. I hate to do this because this is my book. It's quite the opposite. I love heroism. I love the way comics used to be before all the degenerates took over. I wanted to make something just nice and wholesome where it's an actual hero doing actual heroic things. Seems nice these days. If you like the way that Marvel and DC were in the 80s and 90s, you are going to love Flying Sparks. This is my ode to superheroes. I took great care of this property for 10 years, and we have a beautiful conclusion to our storyline coming right here. So check it out. Go to the link in the description below if you love comics. If you want something sane again, this is for you, and I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. We are the alternative to the Eisner Awards. We are the alternative to the mainstream industry. You guys, this is for you. Thank you so much. All right, here is an interesting story. Before I get into the depraved element of this book, the Eisner Awards are nominating this book, and guys, you're going to be shocked when you actually hear how crazy it gets after this. But the first thing you see is wild to see my old college department chair who vocally and obviously despised comics, considered them, quote, low art, and made comic students' lives complete hell for decades, get Eisner nominated 4 times over for his graphic novel. Oh, I'm sorry, graphic opera. You see how they hate the medium they're in so much they have to change the terminology for it just to justify it? About a, quote, feral child getting hit with lightning over and over. It costs $75. Glad to see he's finally decided what kind of comics are, quote, real art. So this guy derides the comic book medium. He hates everything about it. And so he's trying to, of course, replace it with something awful. And by the way, we still haven't gotten to the shocking part about this. This is just the background of the guy. These people are loathsome. They hate everything about everything they do, and yet they're celebrated in these industries. And you're going to see why in just a second. It's the same degeneracy of Hollywood over and over again. Glad to see he's finally decided what, okay. Every student who had the misfortune of dealing with him has a million horrible stories, but my personal one is he called the thesis idea about Macbeth that I was excited about an insult to Shakespeare in front of the entire class. This is so on the nose it feels fake. 4 Eisner noms, LMAO. So this is it, and this is obviously not something that anybody would want to read in a comic book. What the heck is this? You know why. It's got a brown skin color, so they got to clap. But they're clapping for something else too, and it's called grooming. And here it is. Vito, actually the writer for Super Killer, which is on Indiegogo right now, shows exactly how crazy this is. This groom character has a strange, like, genital piercing something where the kid's got like these dogs attached to leashes on his ding dong there, which he's got blurred out. Thank God. I'm not even going to zoom in on it. It's disgusting. This is the type of stuff where this guy's imagining weird BDSM fetish stuff on little kids, and that's what the imagination is. Of course they're going to clap for this. Of course they're going to give awards for this in the industry. This is the type of stuff they've been promoting for a long time. They have been pushing grooming for a long time. This is exactly what they want the industry to be, and this is why this is going for this direction. It's absolutely disgusting. I have to disavow this, and gosh, the comic industry is in more dire shape than I ever could have conceived of. It's so sick. But this is who is out there in the comic industry these days. They blacklist normal people. They blacklist normal parents, normal folk with families. They don't want to show families in their comic books. I did a expose on how Marvel just hated the relationship between Peter and Mary Jane over the weekend. It's the same thing here. Everything has to be some like weird going off into your own space and being your own identity. Everybody's trying so hard to be unique that they end up being depraved on every level. It's sick. And this is the end result. Everything we've warned about is coming to fruition in the arts because they keep trying to be edgier and edgier and edgier. And pretty soon there's only one spot you can go, and that's bestiality. and that's grooming. That's it. We tried to warn you. These guys are getting awards now. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit this like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.